This week on the show, we're featuring Tanzanite, citrine with the bug in it under the microscope cam, taco on Why'd I Buy That, 7 new jokes, and things done the hard way. I had AI make my dating profile. The girl told me I was catfishing because I didn't have as many fingers as my profile picture showed. Let's start the show. It's a lot of clean crystal, but it's very craggy, very cracked. It's hard to get good Tanzanite for cheap. But I'd say it turned out pretty good. I could see there was a pretty good solid crystal structure in it. Cheers, Colette, and cheers, Twisted Roots. How's it going, buddy? I saw you were live earlier. I was like, I cannot not stop by there. I gotta say hello. I gotta say hi. I gotta say, how you doing? The only problem is you couldn't hear me because I was talking and I didn't have a microphone on. And you're not set up to hear it anyways. So I just typed it in the chats. That's a way better idea. Also gave you the thumb. Almost gave you the finger, but I was like, that's the wrong digit. I hit the saw today with a whole bunch of things. Whole bunch of sawing it up, making it happen. Cheers, Twisted. Cheers, Colette. Cheers, all of you out there in the YouTube land. Started out with 100 grit on this. Tanzanite is kind of a softer gem, but it's still hard. It's got its hardness. We're watching you live. Whoa. Well, maybe it would help if you could see me. Ah! Okay, so anyway, this is the size of that Tanzanite. I actually called it Big Tanzanite Square, and that's the other side of it. And then this side of it has kind of like an even pattern going on. Kind of like a winter fresh symbol. I think it'd make a pretty good gem. You know, it's decent size. I was actually thinking about putting it on like a spoon. So I could put it on one of these spoons like this. And if I did that, then it would kind of look like this, you know, on a necklace. Bing, bling, 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 bling. Kind of a thing. How's it going, Ron? What is up, buddy? Cheers. I don't know if those are maracas or maybe those are coconuts with celery inside. You know, colorful celery and sprinkles. Ooh, coconuts with Twizzlers and sprinkles inside. Let's do that. What are we doing with gemstones? Twisted, you're the plant grower. So am I. Let's get on this. We're trying to grow some coconut trees. You crack the coconuts open and they're filled with Twizzlers and Skittles. I mean, it would be so great. We would all share some beers. The beers. That would be diamond-rific. I cut this big piece of lab sapphire. And it's actually pretty neat looking. It's got a nice blue to it. So we're going to be working on that. I don't know. It's lab stuff. But anyways. Oh, yeah, I'm down. I am. Dude, we just come up with the best ideas. You know, I cut some lepidolite, so we're going to be doing that. Some aventurine. I cut some labradorite, so this is going to be some really cool stuff. I cut some amethyst, so I got that piece going on. I cut this big iolite, so we're going to be getting into that. And oh, I cut a big chunk of prehnite. This is a really beautiful green piece of prehnite. So anyways, let's do the scopacam. Oop. No, that's the chat. I always move the chat. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Making it happen. Doing things. There's a fruit that tastes like gummy worms. I bet there's a gummy that tastes like fruit. Wait. Worms. Stupid dyslexia. Fruit, gummy, worms. Well, maybe the gummy worms taste like the fruit. I bet it's probably like a fruit that they bred to taste like gummy worms. In which case, I would rather eat the fruit than the worms. That is an interesting thing. Okay, so this is that citrine that has the bug in it, right? You guys remember it's got this little ferric splay. I was actually going to kind of polish it a little bit. Let's get the next video rolling. On down the highway, rolling on down the road. Alright, so one of the things that I do is I'll take like a surface like this, which has been wet polished with the 1000 grit, and then I'll rub it with a 2000 grit cerium oxide to try and make it a little bit cleaner. So if I go like this, and it takes a lot to actually get it all down, but just grinding down the surface peaks helps a little bit. And then put a little bit of water on it. A lot of guys use oil, but water is a nice temporary solution. So if we zoom in on it, there's other specks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually polish it because the water is just too shiny. Look, there's other specks of iron. It's like magnetism was pulling the iron in a certain direction. You know what I mean? It's like we can kind of see the direction. It's like there's a piece of iron there, and then the magnetism was pulling it in all those directions. Or maybe it was like a bullet that struck, like a little piece of iron struck this vat of liquid crystal as it was becoming quartz. Or maybe it was brought up as the quartz was forming, leached through it, or drawn down. I mean, it's not a skeeter. Kind of looks like it. Yep, we're going to polish it. I'm just taking it slow. Taking it slow. Nice and easy. Don't want to get too hasty with it. Don't want to get too pasty with it. And that's what happens. You get hasty, they get pasty. See, I almost kept cutting the top of this down just to take this little edge piece out. But one, I didn't want to make it too thin. I kind of like how it's thick. It's a thicker stone, you know? And it has a little more weight to it. But also, overall, this has a nice shape and a decent color, but it's so uneven. If I flip it over, it has more of an evenness of pattern, which is a lesson with opaque stones. It just has a more pleasing look to the eye in general. And you can kind of see that on the picture in the corner as well as on the Instagram, because you can see both sides. So I decided that side would be the feature, and that's probably the side that I'll show. It just has more of an appeal. It's cleaner, as opposed to those spots that I can't quite grind out. Had to make it pretty thin, and I like it being, big old, well, there you go, fisty gem. It's not a show unless I drop a gem, right? What else do I got for you guys? I I haven't been taking pictures of stuff at the store. And so I need to do that. I did buy some more taco sauce and or seasoning. And you know, I mix it up myself sometimes, but sometimes I get the packet and I was like, which one am I gonna buy? I've tried them and I forget which one I get, you know. So I mean I'm like I like the McCormick because it has this like fancy M and the C and all that, and it, you know, bigger package. Bigger package means there's probably more seasoning, more seasoning flavor, you know, but it's also more expensive. Am I really a rich person? I don't know if I can afford to spend an extra 18 cents on taco seasoning. So then we have the store-bought kind. But you know, I actually the thing is, I kind of run on seasonings. A lot of food is just filler to me. The spices, the seasonings, the good parts. That's what I'm really after. You know, quality over quantity. And I'm kind of like, well, what about the orange one? That kind of seems friendly and southwesterny and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I've always enjoyed the flavor of the McCormick better, and it seems to have less of a sweetness and more of a spice variety. So that's what I went with this time. You know, could always change next time. Who knows? Who knows? Have you ever bought taco? And why did you buy the taco? I lost YouTube for 10 minutes. Oh, I'm glad you found it. Did you use a search app or did you use a puppy dog? You gotta give him that YouTube scent. Get yourself a bloodhound. Just let him smell your phone. That wet nose of his is pretty good at clicking on things. He'll get you somewhere. I have jokes, right? Oh yeah, the thing deal was moving on me. Yeah. My stickers were, I thought it kept moving the thing. I thought it was shifting on me, but it was, look. See, it kept vibrating because it moved off of my stands. I had to put a stand under it. I'm like, wait. Because you can't see it as easily when you're sitting there grinding on it. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can fix it. That was the joke. That's probably the funniest part of the show tonight. Oh, I figured it out. I cracked the code. I understand. See, the plan now, and this is a tip, take your Viagra at 4:30 so you'll be ready for happy hour. I don't know, did I tell that one last week? That was a last minute joke. I probably did. Maybe I told it a little differently. Either way, what else do I got? Yeah, I'm cutting the back ones in. That's a good idea. I'll go back for the front facets. Yep. Telling myself what I'm doing. That's a good idea. That's why I took that lap off and then put it back on. Because it's a sharp 1000. And I figured I'd cut the back corner facets on with the sharp 1000 so I'd get them flatter. Because one of the things that I have to do is I'll put the stone on there and then take it off and I look at it and I see, whoops, I put it on like this. So then I'll turn it like this and I'll put it on and I'll see it still wasn't enough. So then I'll turn it like way over here and I'll grind a little bit and that's when it grinds that hard spot out that sparks and then I can turn it back and get a nice, and it works better if it's a sharp lap. It doesn't give me as much guff like that. Is it blue or green? It's blue. Tanzanite? Wait, what were we talking about? The next thing? The jokes. The Viagra, I don't know. It's probably, yeah, I should actually change that to Blue Chew since it's Tanzanite Day. I had AI make my dating app actually, that's part of my set list. I have a set list that I did and I kind of wanted to go through for you guys. So I'll just kind of come back to that. I asked someone about my comedy and they said there's room for improvement. That's an unfinished joke. I need to do improv. If I don't clean my plate, it goes to waste. If I do clean my plate, it goes to waste. A lot of girls have their nose pierced. It's a septum piercing. I suggest, ladies, getting a green septum piercing if you're single, so that guys will constantly be handing you their handkerchief. Hecklers. People were talking about hecklers. Heckler kind of sounds like a type of bird. You know, like the blue-bootied heckler. Waits for someone to lay an egg and then sings encore. That's really dumb. That was the first joke of the week last week. I am too stupid to learn from passive aggression. Saying profound things on the joke portion. Oh, I bought a GPS from a chicken. All it does is tell me to cross the road. It never tells me why. Oh, this happened to me. I went to Hy-Vee and I got some $4 lo mein. I told the guy, that price was low, man. He didn't laugh either. But I ate it in my car, you know, and now my car smells like all of Southeast Asia. It's upper time. I mean, it's not bad. I'm kind of digging it. It's a tasty dish and all, but I'm worried that I'm going to want to smell something again in a few minutes. Maybe I shouldn't say it smells delicious and all. I'm digging it. It smells delicious and all, but I'm worried I'm going to want to smell something again in a few minutes. Yeah, maybe there's something to that joke. Anyways, I have a set list for you guys. So my name is Jacob, and I recently stopped smoking weed. I know. It's just too powerful, though. I mean, I got so high I tried to learn Mandarin so I could talk to an orange. And another thing I did recently is I tried a bidet for the first time. And I've deleted all my dating apps. I've never felt so clean yet so dirty. I mean, I know it's powerful. They've got a knob on there to adjust it. But they need to label the settings, baby. Because the first one, it's gentle. You know, it's like you're both inexperienced. You're taking your time, getting to know each other. You're taking it easy on each other. Actually, I want to say that. I need to write that one out so I can get it right. The first setting, it's gentle. It's like it's your first time, you know? You're both inexperienced, so you're taking it easy on each other. It's gentle. You're inexperienced, you're taking it easy on each other because it's your first time. Yeah, there we go. It's gentle. You're inexperienced, you're taking it easy on each other because it's your first time. But then the second setting, bam, prison shower. The third setting, I don't know what that's for. Maybe for a yoga instructor or something. But the fourth setting, that's definitely for Pride Month. That bidet taught me what it's like to be a woman. It's got me thinking about what it's like to be a man. You know, women, if you want to know what it's like to be a man, just think about petting your cat, you know? Why do you pet your cat? Because you enjoy it, you know? You want to hear your cat purr. It's the same thing with guys. We just want to tell you you're a good kitty and hopefully you'll sit on our lap. And guys are a lot like cats. I mean, have you ever had your cat wake you up in the morning and sit on your face? Guys have that too. It's called morning wood. Oh, another thing I tried recently is a Facebook dating app, and I had AI fill out my profile. But a girl told me I was catfishing because I didn't have as many fingers as my profile, as my picture showed. As many fingers as my picture showed. Okay, yeah. Gotta memorize your jokes, Jake. She asked me if I was a top or a bottom. I said, I don't really know which one is which. I do it on my side because I'm lazy. And I didn't even want to be on the dating apps. It's just that my wife canceled our wedding vows so she could upgrade to Wedding Vows Plus. That's why I'm on OnlyFans at Caesar and his salad. Or you can find me on OnlyFans at Attila and his Huns. Or you can see me again next week with new material every week on the joke portion of the program. Wherever the intro is. Right about here. Joke portion of the program. You guys are awesome. Getting baked with Jake. Actually, there's a comedian in Peoria called Jake DeBaked. He's a pretty funny guy. He threw out edibles at an open mic, and it was highly illegal. Or maybe he didn't. I don't know. I wasn't there. Probably. But yeah, that was the jokes. That was the show. You guys are all fantastic. We got Fall Dog. We got Twisted Roots. We got Colette S. We got Amber Lalana. We got a whole bunch of amazing people who are fantastic. And all of you out there in YouTube land, you guys are what make it all possible. You guys make it fun. And you guys have the ability to make this week a great week. I believe in you. I'll see you next time.